What up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the Wynn Casino for a special treat. Birdman rubbing their hands together. We got a special treat. Amari Jones is in the building, and, you know, I kind of get a kick out of telling people about people, kind of like the hipsters do, right? You want to be the first one to put somebody on, and, yeah, I want to be that guy. You know, we've been talking about Amari for some time, and, you know, he did a great job with Keller Plant. Now he's got his own fight lined up. Just a lot of things to talk about with our first guest, Amari Jones, DHP, promoted fighter. We are also going to be talking some sensational news. I mean, Cruz kind of left a bad taste in our mouth by not taking the Shakur Stevenson fight. But damn, this is a redeeming, Danny. I swear, if you're willing to move up 5 extra pounds to fight a bigger puncher and your excuse is you'll take it as long as there's a belt, well, maybe you weren't ducking Shakur. Maybe it's just, you know, there wasn't no belt there.
Still turned down the fight. Can you hear me?
I heard you say he still turned down a fight.
Still turned down the fight.
But what's more dangerous?
I mean, I would say Regis.
So like, if you duck a fighter, but you're willing to fight Wilder, are you scared? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not calling Regis Wilder, but, I mean, my man do have power. You know, he makes the fight. He's pretty aggressive. I don't know.
Naturally bigger guy, not here.
Naturally. He been at 40 his whole career.
Whole career.
So, I love this.
And he says he makes it easy.
I love this. Honestly, I do, and I've read the story. And I know some of you guys are like, oh, well, his father ain't going to let him take it. It's actually his father that's saying we would take it if a title shot is offered. And not only that, Danny, this ain't cap. In the story, he makes it clear so that when Regis reads it, he understands the ball's in your court. In the story, I think his dad's name is like Izario, something like that. And he says, Regis has a voluntary. He can pick us. I mean, it's over. Like, now we need a network. Is PBC willing to work with Probellum? Can we put this on a PBC Showtime channel, or is this going to have to be, you know, something that Probellum shops around because they don't have a network?
Does this have to be main event?
Oh, wow. You disrespectful.
Now I'm disrespectful.
I'm just saying.
Now I'm disrespectful.
Danny, this ain't a main event to you. Would you have pushed Shakur versus Isak with no freaking belt on the undercard of anything?
On the undercard of the right fight, I would, yeah.
Yeah, but the right fight you can't think of at this time right now. You know that. You know that. It's hard to, like.
I'm just saying, neither guy has a big promoter.
True.
Neither guy.
But one, he's advised by Al, though, right? Isak. Gotta be.
Something.
Or is it Nelson? Sean Gibbons?
I know he's with Sean. I don't know if he's with Pitbull too. I'm just saying, bro. Like, I don't know.
I like it. I don't want to like even think of negativity because look, you got Regis that can't get a fight either. Jose Ramirez turned it down. Who else turned it down? A couple people turned it down. He's going through the same. Like, he's the 140-pound version of Shakur Stevenson in terms of the
look,
WBC
I ain't
rankings
knocking,
turning it down.
I ain't knocking him. I don't know. I just think it like Regis is like a clear favorite.
I mean, you got to make him a favorite. He's bigger. He punches. He's the champ.
And he's a true 140-pounder.
I still think it's a smoking fight. I like Isak. You know, I think that's why TV looks for those style of fighters. Like, we naturally are attracted to the guy that's making the fight or pushing the fight. You know, it's that bravado, no? And that's what Isak has. Do you think his power carries 5 pounds up?
No.
Now, you ain't fronting because he wasn't knocking everybody. Like, what's his biggest knockout, Gamboa?
Possibly, but nah, man, he ain't.
But you're saying, nah, the power will not carry up.
I don't believe so. No, I mean my man's he has a 62%. Yeah, he got Gamboa. Okay, the last one was Eduardo Ramirez. I forgot he even fought that guy. Look, Eduardo Ramirez. Did you remember that fight?
Nah, and guess what? Rayo Venezuela, who should be fighting Cobra on the Benavidez Plant card, he knocked out Francisco Vargas, former Mexican champion El Bandido, but not the person in question, Isaac Cruz. They went 10. And isn't that
Thomas? Bro,
don't tell me that's Jose Romero or is it Juan?
Thomas Matisse had a controversial with Pitbull. That was a majority decision.
So I know this guy too, Jose Romero. He didn't knock him out either.
That's what I'm saying, champ.
But like, I mean, it's still the style.
Regis would be a minus 350.
Wow.
Regis would be a minus 350.
What was he for Josh?
He's a small, like, Pitbull's a small 35 pounder, bro. Saying he's a small 35 pounder. If he wasn't Mexican, he'd be a 30 pounder.
He's 5'4".
And let's see how big is Regis?
I haven't checked his.
Let me see. Regis is 5'8", according to BoxRec.
63-inch reach for Isak.
67 for Regis. Regis with the 82% knockout. I mean,
yeah, he's got all the clear advantages. Former world champ, current world champ, more experience, been in the ring with tougher opposition. Now, I guess I got to say tougher because it's more consistently tougher, right? Like, yes, Isak fought Tank, but, you know, Regis obviously fought Josh Taylor and other tougher names.
Look, obviously lost by majority decision to Josh. Juan Jose Velasco, no, wrong. Terry Flanagan, he beat by decision.
Regis did.
Right. Cool. That was a good fight. Title. That was the diamond belt on the line. Bro, before that, his last decision, you don't know this guy. Amos Cowart.
Never heard of him.
You know, it was so long ago. So Regis actually knocking motherfuckers out. Versus Pitbull, you know.
Still a good style matchup, though, because Pitbull believes he can knock you out.
No, for sure. And he makes it uncomfortable, and he has, as of late, been getting those knockouts. So Amos Cowart.
Wow, you're repeating that. Nah, my bad, guys.
Yeah, his bad, guys.
Yeah, man.
But let's go ahead and get our first guest.
Absolutely. Excited.
So we'll go ahead, take a quick intermission, get Amari settled in, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, use this time to check out our promotional ad here with Hibernation 5 Kenichi Bear detachable mic headphones. You can use them to listen to the show. You can use them if you're gaming on your Xbox or PlayStation. And remember, you're supporting your favorite show by copping a pair of headphones.
Word.
We'll be right back. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. We are back with our first guest, Amari Jones. Amari, man, how are you? And thank you for obviously taking out the time to come into the studio and chop it up.
Thank you. Thank y'all for having me. You know, y'all my guys. Y'all asked me, you know what I'm saying, get on the show. I know I missed last time, but I was like, I got to make it up to my guys. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. Since the last time we interviewed you, though, you've gone to Australia twice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow. How was that experience? Let's start there.
I mean, the first Australia was definitely like the eye opener. You know what I'm saying? To really fight overseas. My first time as a professional. My second time though boxing, fighting overseas. But the first as a professional was just different. It was like, you know, like just seeing how the everybody was against us and like didn't like us, and you know, just being the underdog in a situation. Even though I was there to, you know, we was there to get the wins, and you know what I'm saying. So it was definitely just a life-changing experience. And the second time going, it was like I was more accustomed to what was like. I was more used to like what was gonna happen.
So how tough was that second opponent, you think? Or did you want the rounds? Did anything go wrong, and that's why that fight went 6?
No, that opponent was just really tough. He was a veteran. He was, I want to say he had almost 30 fights. So the opponent was just very tough and rugged. He was like, I think he was about 32, so he got lots of experience.
Yeah, nothing. He got 148 rounds fought.
Yeah.
You know, so definitely a lot of experience.
Yeah,
there.
I wouldn't say anything went wrong. It was just, you know, it was a good opponent. You can't get everybody out of there.
For sure. Absolutely. Just wanted to make sure, because I know since you're traveling to another country, there's so many hours ahead of us.
Yeah.
You guys were like, I think 17 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, so I didn't know if you would say, yeah, you know, this time around I had jet lag, or I never was really to catch up with the time zone.
Yeah, nah.
How was that? How was the flight? You know, obviously adjusting, because that shit's long to Australia.
For sure. It's definitely a long flight. Going there, I slept a lot on the plane, and so like the flight wasn't that bad, but like getting there.
Hey, you were in economy or business?
I was in economy.
Yeah.
How big is that seat? Because I was afraid to go because I couldn't afford business. And I'm tall, but you tall.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad. I want to say on the way there, I had like an exit row, so I was able to stretch my legs and everything.
Nice.
So
yeah,
I was cool.
Exactly.
But yeah, the first time was the one that was kind of like, you know, I don't know how it's gonna be with the jet lag and everything. But we went 3 weeks before the fight, so we was there and we got adjusted to the time. And the second time, it was just everything was just like clockwork. You know, we knew we was getting ourselves into with the like landing and like when to work out, when to sleep. So yeah, like the second time, we just knew how to.
You guys went on a run as soon as you guys
Damn,
the second time.
That's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here repeating that like, yo, there was a rumor Dev went on a run. Did you go on the run with him as soon as y'all got off?
Yeah. The first time, I remember we landed at like 6 a.m. By the time we checked into like the Airbnb and everything, was probably like 7:30, 8 o'clock. Me and Dev, we dropped our stuff, changed, went for a run.
Wow.
And came back, and that kind of like programmed us already right there. And then so we did the exact same thing, you know, the second time around.
So when I heard that, I had automatically assumed like he was trying to run. Now I know you both went. So
Yeah.
I was trying to assume that y'all was trying to run to get tired so you do go to sleep.
Yeah, for sure. And also like both times the first couple of days, like our sleep schedule was off. Like I remember like I would wake up at like 5 a.m. and be up to like probably like 9 a.m. every day for like 3 days. And eventually like from working out and all and just really moving around on their time, it got me accustomed to everything. So
wait a minute. So what time do you normally wake up? My man said I woke up at 5. Then
I mean, but waking up at 5 a.m. and going to sleep at like 12, like
because I was going to sleep at midnight.
Yeah. I stay up every night. Even when I'm here, I go to sleep at like 12, 1 o'clock.
You a gamer?
Nah, I just be up. Like I'm a night person.
Pillow talking. Pillow talking. That's what it is, champ. He pillow talking.
Nah, but yeah, like just waking up and that's just my schedule. It's always been my schedule. I'm not really like a morning person, but
Do you feel like going there a second time to Australia, you made fans? Like when you got back, did people like know your name and know who you were?
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely,
dope.
definitely. Even the first time, you know, like being there, people was like, "Yeah, Amari, you're super good. I want you to win. Knock him out, knock him out." And then the second time, they was like really messing with me. So like, you know, I really took that in, like, you know.
That's dope. So I want to ask some business questions, right? Because it's like we see every fighter has a promotional company.
For sure.
But not every fighter is actually promoting. And
Yeah.
you got to give Devin credit, whether it's his father or someone else.
Absolutely.
It's still his name. He's still there at your fights. He's getting you fights overseas. And, yeah, I just wanted to know what your experience was like thus far, and also what made you go with DHP, because we're starting to hear that you had a lot of people kind of after you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, coming out of the amateurs, my amateur career was good. I could have definitely like went and tried to go sign to like a top
Major?
rank or PBC or anything like that. But it was like when I came in and bonded with Dev, it was like it was a different feeling. Like it was like family for real. And you know, Dev being from Oakland, me being from Oakland, it was just like, why not mess with the home team? You know, keep it in the family. You know what I'm saying? And just really lock in and bring it back, because in the Bay Area, like the boxing is good, but like everybody does their own thing. It's like no unity with the boxing, and so I just wanted to. Me and Dev, we kind of want to bring the boxing back to, you know, to the Bay Area, to Oakland, and enlighten it out there. So signing with Dev was just, you know, really keeping it tight. You know what I'm saying? And Bill's real smart, Dev's real smart. You know what I'm saying? Look where he at. He's 24 years old, on top of the game. Been on top. Been one of the top fighters for years. So it was only right that I'd be like, as a young man, be like yeah, man, I want to be like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like having nice cars, money, you know, belts at a young age. So it's like, yeah, of course I want to be around something like that.
Now with that, a lot of people see the outside, but obviously a lot of, you know, time, dedication, sacrifice, work come with that.
For sure.
You know, Devin in his career, young career, we've heard of all the big sparring and all the work that he's got. You're kind of following those footsteps, young in your career right now. I mean, tell us. I know you're working with Tim Zhu.
Yes.
You know,
I've been in camp with Tim for about a week. They asked me to be in for about 3-4 weeks with him. So I've been in camp with Tim Zhu.
How did he get wind to you?
Honestly, Frank, my man Frank got Top Rank. He put it together for me. They was looking for some sparring, and Frank knew I'm the man to call. So
shout out Frank Stair.
Yeah,
shout out Frank for sure.
Yeah. So Frank put me with him, and last camp I was working with Caleb, getting ready for Darrell. I was one of his main sparring partners.
Did you see that coming?
The knockout. Honestly, when he knocked him out with his left, I was like, I definitely, like, that was definitely his money shot for sure. Because camp, he was working on that all camp. I seen him working on it with other sparring partners with me. He was trying to get it off on me. So,
but the double or just the left? Because he went downstairs, upstairs.
Yeah, just his left. Period. Like
okay.
it's a good shot. His jabs are very snappy. His hook's very snappy. So yeah, I when he knocked him out with the hook, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't surprised at all. But yeah, I worked with Caleb last camp, and that was like, you know, really opened my eyes. Like, yeah, like, you know, this is real.
And that's,
in what way? In what way?
Like, it's real. Like I mean, like, as far as where my skills are at, like, I really got real.
You
like,
knew where you was.
Yeah,
after
I got
that.
real skills. Caleb got real skills. Like, the top level is like it's real up here. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by it's like. It's
nah,
real.
that's
like,
dope.
So
yeah.
like, it really was like, damn, like made me really, like,
feel like you belong.
Yeah, and like really showed me that I'm really working hard. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Absolutely.
and that's
congrats, man.
Thank you.
That's good too, because especially Caleb fighting at a weight, you know, higher than you, bigger than you naturally. You're at now 60, right? I know you started 54.
Yeah, I'm at 160.
How tall are you?
6 feet.
Like 6 feet, 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah. I haven't measure my height in a while. I need to get it exact. 'Cause I tell everybody 6'1", you know, especially the ladies. I tell them 6'1".
Yo, but obviously signing with Devin, speaking on how you and Dev coming out of Oakland, coming out of the Bay,
For sure.
wanting to bring boxing, I guess, together
For sure.
for the Bay. You have a gym in the Bay.
Yeah.
Talk about that. It's in
wow.
it's in Pittsburgh,
Pittsburgh,
right?
yeah,
Pittsburgh,
yeah.
California.
Yep.
So talk about that, because obviously, man, I've seen the videos, I've seen the lives, I've seen it all, and you know, bro, the gym would be flooded with kids.
Yeah.
So you know, to me, those are kids off the street.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I just wanted you to be able to talk about that, and you know, let the people know about the gym.
Can you just start why you started the gym at 20 years old? That's pretty.
Yeah, for sure. It was kind of like a family thing. Like, you know, that was something that we always wanted to do. And like we always liked like watching like the Mayweather like Doghouse like sparring, and like just like the environment Mayweather gym always had. And it was nowhere like that in the Bay Area. Like King's was a legendary gym out there. You know, Andre used to train there, and King's just kind of like just died down a little bit. Virgil was like private, so like that's where like the best sparring come out of. So like we decided to like open up a gym, me and my family, and it was just like, you know, bring that spark to the Bay Area. That's like we're trying to start that. So the Lions Den boxing gym is, you know, we're trying to make it the best gym in the Bay, trying to make it the one that everybody wants to come to, and we definitely be turning all the kids up, making them, you know, spar and really giving them a family environment. Like, you know, we push each other, and, you know, me being the professional coming out of the gym, it's like I'm really like an idol to the kids. Like, you know, they really look at me every time I come in town. All the kids want to train with me, and it just motivates me even more.
Yo, is that kind of like weird in a way, given how young you are?
Nah, definitely, it's definitely something to like that I'm learning about myself to improve. Me as a person, I'm really not like a talkative person. Like I'm always laid back. I'm chill. Like I don't really care too much to be in the cameras and all that. But like I'm starting to learn, like I gotta be like that. Like, you know, like to show the kids and to really be there with and interact with the kids and everything.
So when did you make that decision to train with Bill, and was he with you from the first fight, or did that happen down the line?
I came out here 2020 and decided to train with Bill, and he always ever since I met him, he was always like, man, you need to come to Vegas more. And so I came out here a few times. That was probably when I was like, he was telling me that I was like 16. Yeah, I was like 16, or like 15, 16, around there. And he would always tell me, like, man, you just come to Vegas. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to come. And I came a couple of times, but he wanted me to come more. And then finally I just moved out here. And yeah, it's just been locked in ever since.
So he being Devin is 4 years older than you now, you're saying. So when did you guys meet, and how did you meet?
We met through some mutual people we know from Oakland. And we kind of got put together like that. And Devin was doing camp out in the Bay. I want to say he was getting ready for, oh man, I can't remember. It was a while ago. But he was getting ready for one of his fights, and they needed some sparring. And come out of the Bay, I was like one of like the top amateurs come out of the Bay. So they called me for sparring, and me and Devin sparred. And ever since then, we just been locked in.
Man, that's like that Crawford story.
For sure.
When
With
Bradley. Yeah.
Oh, that's what happened with Bradley and them?
Yeah, that's how. What the story is, that's how Crawford got put on with Top Rank. That
okay.
Bradley brought him in for sparring, and then he did so good that Bradley went and told all the guys at Top Rank, like, y'all got to sign this guy.
For sure.
So
That's dope.
Yo, I'm just curious, what made you open the gym, but so
Can
young
I
though?
slide in
Go
just
ahead,
to follow
go
up?
ahead.
How much did you weigh when y'all sparred? Because you were young.
Yeah, I was young. I was fighting 152 amateurs.
Okay.
Yeah, 152.
Okay, so that's not too far off from where you at now.
Yeah, nah.
So you was always big.
Yeah, I always been tall, but back then I was lanky. Like I was fighting at 152, but I'd probably be walking around at like 158.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like tall and like skinny. So that's how I was back in the day. But What were you saying, Danny?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I know you said that it was something that you and your family wanted to do was open that gym, but like, why so young? Because the gym's, I mean, you're coming up almost 2 years now, right?
Yeah. So 2 years will be in August.
So you were what, 18, 19 when
Like 19.
Okay,
19,
well, yeah. So what made you decide to open it at such a young age, especially knowing that you would probably be more in Vegas than you would out there?
Honestly, it was just the opportunity that presented itself, and we just
Jumped on it.
Yeah, jumped on the opportunity, and that's really all it was.
I feel that.
Yeah, and we just went full fledged with it.
Nah, man, I love it. Like I said, I see the page, and I see all the kids in the gym.
Yeah.
After school, and it's like shit. That's kids that's not in the streets.
For sure.
That's doing something else. So.
Do you feel any pressure because of who you sign with, who you hang with, who you train with? Like, people expect you to be a world champion, or do you think it's not like that?
I mean, pressure. I'm not gonna say pressure because I work too hard. I work too hard to be feeling like pressure. So it's just natural, like, to just go out there and just work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely it's like I don't know how to really put it. Like seeing Dev as a champion, it's like you doing it. If I'm doing the same thing as Dev, I don't have no other choice but to be a champion. Me and Dev, we do the same workouts. He's undisputed world champion. So it's like, if I'm doing the same thing as him, it's only right that I am a champion. You know what I'm saying? I just got to apply it. So I don't really feel no pressure.
And
so, all right, with that though, do you feel maybe in fights, like, it got to be at least harder to get fights like, this dude with Devin Haney
For
Promotions?
sure. It's definitely hard to get me fights.
Or I'm sure, like, even in sparring, you got Devin Haney, you got the champ in his corner, so it's like, shit, they trying to get they shine too.
No, definitely. And at this point, I'm just used to it. I'm just used to, like, a guy trying to want to get a name.
You got on that wrist, Amari. Hold on. I just seen it come.
Oh, you just peeped?
No, I seen it come out
When
the
he
hoodie.
opened the door, I was like, oh, shit.
Yo, that's kind of strong, champ.
A little something.
Benny got you together?
Yeah, Benny got me right, man. Shout out Benny, man.
That thing
That was was that a gift from Champ?
Yeah, it was a gift. It was a gift from
Okay.
my guy, man.
beautiful.
See me out here working hard, so you know what I'm saying.
Shout out to Champ. Shout out to Benny.
Wait,
man.
so I'm assuming you got one of them new chains for the second fight. He had got everybody.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh wow.
Of course. Yeah. I got two of them.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shout out.
I think you're one of the few people that got the old one and the new one. Right?
I'm the only person that got the old one.
The old one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I remember the old joint.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yo, so we was talking, and I'm gonna be honest with you. We was making some calls and getting on some people asked
I wonder,
about
did they
you,
tell
Amari.
you? Did they tell you? Did they say anybody call for you from us?
Nah.
Yeah,
That's crazy. I called the manager because he told me that you wanted to get on that card in Oakland.
Yeah.
And I know Andy Vince is his manager, so I called her, and she was like, yeah, I'm going to call the promoter. Because he told me you sell like 400 tickets twice out there. I'm like, bro, this guy sells 400 tickets twice.
Yeah.
And they said they were
now
going to call.
BoxRec saying that you got a fight coming.
They saying you want the card.
Yeah. I've been in contact with the promoter, and so that's the
So
plan.
when did it become official?
I say, like, honestly, really yesterday.
Okay.
That's dope.
Yeah, yesterday, honestly, and so I've been in contact. I seen the card, and I'm like, man, like, it's a card in San Francisco, and ain't nobody called me, like, So I'm like, me and Dev, like, man, we gotta get in contact with the promoter, like, So we got in contact with him, and ever since then, we just been working and trying to get an opponent. But yeah, like, I sold tickets like that. I was 3-0, and I filled up a ballroom and almost by myself in Sacramento, and I did that on a Friday night during like rush hour traffic time.
And you're not even from Sacramento.
I'm not even from Sacramento.
About what, an hour out?
Like, really, it's rush hour traffic. That's 2 hours.
So what you projecting for this one?
the numbers should be up there.
It's a Saturday, champ. This one is
Yeah, a Saturday night.
I don't think any other fights going on. We might have to shoot to the bay.
And we didn't
champ.
make it to your last one, so
Yeah,
we might
should
have
make
to-
it. Yeah,
we might
yeah,
have to
for
shoot-
sure.
if we
shoot
don't
to the
got
bay.
nothing, we definitely gonna
Man,
go.
that fight is what 20 minutes from Oakland. You know what I'm saying? So 15 probably, depending on who's driving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody's gonna be there. You know what I mean? On a Saturday night, ain't nothing going on. That fight's gonna be a
So
movie.
it says at the Cow Palace.
Yeah, at the Cow Palace.
How is that venue? Have you ever been there for another fight?
I've never been to the Cow Palace,
It's a big venue.
but it's a big, hold a lot of people. I know they didn't held like rodeos there. They held like basketball games there. A lot of events. They used to do the Golden Gloves there. And I think like it goes as far back as like, I want to say like Rocky Marciano, and then like, to be honest, I want to say go as far back as
Really?
Yeah, it got some history at the Cow Palace. So
Wow.
yeah, I was talking to the promoter, and he was just saying like, you know, they trying to bring some light back into that as it's a historical venue.
So do you think they'll be able to secure you an opponent?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
You're in contact with the matchmaker, or they just gonna do their thing?
I've been in contact with him. He's been like keeping me updated on what's going on. So he's been like keeping step by step.
What date is that, Danny?
that is the 18th,
February
February
18th.
18th. Yeah.
Yeah, I should make it out. I should make it out there.
Yeah. So obviously
Yo,
you've been sparring with Tim,
There's a
though.
lot of history in this venue. The San Jose Sharks played there.
Yeah, it's a lot
The
of history.
Warriors played there back in the day.
Wow.
That's actually where they lost to the Celtics in the finals. So,
Yeah,
there's some history in that venue, champ. That's pretty dope, man.
yeah, for sure.
That's
sure.
pretty dope.
Now the Warriors got that big ass stadium. That motherfucker is huge.
Yeah, now they're in San Francisco, right? The Chase.
Yeah, the Chase is right on the water.
Yo, so let me ask you haven't fought in these different type venues. It's like you go to Australia, fight at Marvel Stadium in front of 50,000, and then you come back to the crib, and then you fight in Sacramento in front of your people. Like,
Yeah.
what's that change like?
Man, honestly, it feel like going to Marvel, right, and knowing that we had like a select few people there. Like I won't say select few, but like our crowd for us was like small, and then like, you know, people was there rooting for us and everything. But going back home is the feeling is just
It's nothing like going back home.
It's nothing like it. So like to really, I look in the crowd and I see just everybody. I know everybody here. Like I know all these people. You know what I'm saying? It feels so good.
That's kind of where I was going. I was gonna say you got the call yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, just what was your feelings like? Because it's like you said, you're going back home. The people that know you've been boxing all your life and are expecting you to do well, get to see you
For sure.
and get to see how much you've developed. So it's got to be a different feeling for you.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, like nobody even know yet like about the fight. I haven't like because I don't want to like I didn't want to like jinx everybody, get everybody hopes up because everybody be so excited for when I fight, especially since my last two fights has been or my last two big fights have been in Australia, and then I had one in Sacramento in between. But like I said, that was like Sacramento is still kind of like some ways out. So when everybody hear
And
about
it was during the week too.
yeah, on a Friday night. So when they hear about this one, this is gonna go.
So y'all heard it here first, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, and that card loaded. Let me tell you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, that card has Ronald on it, Andy on it. You got Kane Sanders on it, but I don't know why, but they even got Evan Holyfield on it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they got young Evan on the card.
All the way out there.
All the way out there. That's what I said.
They from Georgia, right?
Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some people on that card for sure.
That's what's up. That's gonna be like a little party now.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely gonna be a good card, and it's gonna like bring some light to the boxing for sure. So I definitely look to filling it up in there and having a show.
Yes, tickets are available already. So if you guys want to go to thecowpalace.com, Get your tickets. This is a West Side Boxing's promotions. And yeah.
Yeah, man. So you've been sparring with Tim Tszyu.
Yeah.
How is it like as a fighter? Because obviously what I do is totally different, right?
For sure.
I'm commentating. I'm watching y'all do what you do. So I look at Tim and I can't help but remember Terrell Gausha put him down. You got to spar him.
For sure.
Are you going in there thinking that and saying to yourself, he ain't got no chin? Or do you try to ignore everything that happened in the real world because in that ring is a different thing?
I mean, like you said, in the ring it's a different thing. But one, him and Terrell fought at 154, and they fought with 10-ounce gloves on. Two, every man is different. I don't know how hard he's punching. You know, I know I can punch, but like 16-ounce gloves is different. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can punch with 10-ounce gloves, 8-ounce gloves on. And Tim Tszyu got up and beat him. So that shows you like how tough he really is. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can get hit on their button and go down. Anybody could.
So did. I thought that fight was, after he got knocked down, I thought it was going to be completely different.
Yeah,
and,
so.
Man, he came back and
We can't really sweep that under the rug how he really got up and put it on him. So, you know what I mean, Tim is definitely like a tough warrior. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got it in him. So.
Yo, do you notice a difference when obviously getting work with a fighter being from a different part of the world? I feel like certain parts have certain styles that they're more known for, or at this point, do you feel like everybody has kind of stepped in it with everybody, or like similar styles?
Honestly, with Tim, like the way he fight, he doesn't really fight like an Australian like fighter. Like when I was over there sparring with them, they was like unorthodox. So like Tim's not really, I wouldn't say he's unorthodox. He's like just like a pressure fighter. So like I typically see that with like fighting like the Hispanic fighters. They all like put pressure, and that's the kind of style Tim gives me, like a pressure fighter. He's gonna be right there in front of you. He's gonna dig to the body.
How do you deal with that?
Just stick to boxing. Just stick to what I know.
So moving.
Yeah. I always been a slick boxer. So growing up, like that's all. Like that was what I faced was, you know, pressure fighters and stuff like that. So I'm just I really accustomed to it now.
So do you think that your routine, what does it include more of? Because I want to believe, again, I'm not the fighter, I want to believe that in order to fight your style, which is similar to Devin's style,
For sure.
is stamina, running.
Yeah.
Is it that simple? Like, what do you do to be able to do what you do for all those rounds? Because what was the fight we just watched? Rashidi Ellis.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched that.
6-8 rounds, maybe he boxed beautiful, but sure enough, you get tired.
Yeah,
you got to
definitely.
move. He did all them beautiful pivots, but that makes you tired. So how do you not get tired?
Honestly, like is the endurance, like, you know, the running, putting the miles in, and in the gym is like you have to train your body to fight like that. So like in the gym, if you go in the gym and half-ass in the gym and do like on a pads, you do like, you know, the tap like type style on the pads, like all that, then that's not really like work. You got to really go on the pads and shadow box and really and being there like you're fighting somebody. So in the gym, it plays a part as well. And you know, like I said, like the running and all that.
How often do you run?
Pretty much every day. Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah, I take it.
It's not every other day?
Nah, pretty much every day. I try to get at least, I'd say 5 to 6 runs a week.
How many miles per run?
I'll mix it up. I'll do like 3 miles and I'll do it fast. Some days I'll do 4 miles. Some days I might do 4, do 1 fast, slow it down on the next one, do another one fast, slow it down on the next one. Just mix it up, because you got to think when you're in the ring, it might be high intensity. So you got to train for that. And in the next round, you might slow it down, or it might be all high intensity, and then you can slow it down, or however the fight goes.
Do you run? Sorry.
Outside of running, what would be the one thing you recommend that has helped you have the legs that you have and be able to move and box the way that you do, because
Definitely my strength and conditioning coach Reggie.
shout out Coach Red.
Yeah, Coach Reg, he definitely, worked me to where my legs don't get tired, to where I'm in the ring and I'm strong through all the rounds. So shout out to him.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot because you got me off. But I do it all the time. I got Rue in the 504, but you kind of answered this. He said, any word who you'll be fighting next?
I actually don't even know the guy's name. I don't
Also,
know.
you might have an opponent.
Yeah, I might have an opponent, but I just don't know the guy's name yet.
For sure.
Bro, you know that Michael Jackson went on tour at the Cow Palace?
Get the fuck out of here.
Cal
to
Palace
God.
is legendary.
Bro, the Beatles, 2 tour, the first and their second ever tour, the Bee Gees, the Jackson 5, the Rolling Stones, like
The Cal Palace is big.
Elvis.
I think like the capacity is like, I want to say like 16,000 or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. I said they hold rodeos there, so.
Yeah, shit, 16,500.
Wow.
Damn, yeah, it's a big venue. It's just, a little old.
Do you think you'll get the opportunity to headline a major event in your hometown?
Definitely. When the time comes, definitely. I definitely want to do like, Oracle, Chase Center. When that time comes, I'm gonna definitely be ready for it.
Yo, does it really matter?
Can I just follow up? Are you just simply not allowing negativity to creep into your mind? Because I got to say, looking at Devin, he undisputed and he still ain't get that hometown fight.
Nah, for sure. Definitely can't let the negativity get you, because man, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. You know what I'm saying? That's straight up. Like, you know what I'm saying? They gonna hate on anything you do. Like, whether it's good. Devin, before Devin got the belts, it was, oh, he's not this, he's not that. He got the belts and he's still not getting his credit. So it's like, man, like what do y'all want him to do? Go fight Tyson Fury or something? Like, golly.
Yo, I was gonna ask, at that point, does it really matter if it's the Chase or the Oracle? Like, does crossing that bridge, like when you at that level, does crossing the bridge really matter, being from the Bay?
Yeah and no, because one, it's like when you at the Chase Center, now that it's new and it's bigger, it's like probably the biggest arena. It's like, now you're at the Chase Center, it's like that's a different ball game. But definitely bring it to Oakland. Dre fought at the Oracle, and it's just that's huge alone right there. But just being at the Chase Center, that's just like you gonna really put some butts in the seats.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, this nice.
Yeah,
the Chase is nice.
Have you gone to any of Dre fights out there?
No, I never been. I know he had one or two, I think. I never been to him though. I think around the time when Dre was fighting, I was really dialed in on football for real. So yeah, I didn't go to his pro fights out there.
Well,
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you, got anything else?
Yeah, I just wanted to, find out how you would assess Keller Plant versus David Benavidez, obviously being as though that you were in sparring with him. And
Sure.
and has he not contacted you for Benavidez?
No, it was crazy. Caleb just hit me the other day. Was like, we gotta get some more work in.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely, we definitely get some more work in for coming up to this fight. And Caleb is a smart boxer. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go in there. I can see him really boxing. And Benavidez is definitely a threat. He's definitely a great fighter. But I feel like if you watch all the fights in history, boxers always win. Boxers always come out on top.
From your time in that camp, did you see anything special that Stephen Edwards was doing? Because Jose Benavidez Sr. seems to believe that Keller Plant has what's his exact quote? I don't want to mess it up. Something about magic powers because he got the knockout.
Oh, he's saying that Steve like helped him get a knockout?
He insinuating that he might have. Yeah.
He insinuating basically where the power coming from. Keller being a puncher. What is Steven doing?
Oh, honestly, I've never seen them like really like work like together or like on the pads or nothing. So I don't really know like exactly like what he's teaching, and especially that's my first time sparring with Caleb, and really working with Caleb. So I don't know what's like before, and what the change was.
Right,
after,
how to spot it different.
Yeah, because in all honesty, like as a fighter, when you in there and you're learning some new stuff, and just say like the sparring is like good sparring, you're gonna go to what you know, like all the stuff, like, you know, working on it's cool and all, but at the end of the day, you're gonna go to what you know. So I don't know. Me personally, I don't know if what Caleb was, if he was doing what he know, or he was working on the stuff that they was working on, like, you know what I'm saying. But
well, I think those are all my questions. You have anything else?
No, I ain't got nothing else, champ.
I guess before we let you go, obviously the boxing world is heavily invested in Earl and Crawford. Do you think we get that fight?
Man, it all depends on if them two want it. You know what I'm saying? It's been years. I actually just seen a post I had made like from like 3-4 years ago saying like, man, this fight needs to happen. Like,
Damn.
Yeah, it was like, I want to say it was like 2018 or something. It just popped up on my
like
Instagram.
Memories came up?
Yeah. I was looking at my old shit and it just popped up. So that's like, that fight needs to happen soon. It's good for boxing. So, you know, it all depends on if them two really want it.
That's what I was going to ask you when I lost it. When you were talking about running and you said you run every day, I wanted to ask, oh my God, I'm missing. I just had it in my head. I just lost it that quick.
But and you can't
No, the running. Okay, wait. Fuck it. It's gonna come back. Oh my God. Jesus, this is embarrassing.
running every day.
Man, I heard you getting ready for a fight next.
I'm trying. That's why I'm asking these specific questions.
For sure.
Bro, my man stopped smoking. That's how serious
why
he took it.
Why you tell people that?
Damn. I want to post.
He let the secret out the bag. You got, yo, they
Damn.
supposed to know?
Damn.
Damn.
I dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Yo,
Next
cut
might-
the show. We out.
Wait,
Damn.
it's that he was talking about running every day, man. And it's something that I wanted to ask about that. Lord. All right, well, whatever. But
You got an opponent?
I got an opponent.
All right. Yeah. When is the show?
25th.
February 20th.
That's
a week
the
after
hard
you.
part. A week after you.
Yeah.
And
For sure.
and I don't want to lose, bro. Like, I'm literally working out every day
For sure.
and trying to do everything. But I'm having major difficulties, you know.
He in his head.
I don't know if it's the smoking or what, but, like, that's why I quit. But, like, I'm getting overexerted. I'm exhausted in there. And I've been working for a minute. Like,
Yeah, no, for
hard.
sure.
But I feel like I get in that ring and it's like, phew, the energy just escapes
No,
me.
for sure. You've been eating clean?
Excuse me? Yeah, I'm eating super clean.
Okay.
I'm sponsored by Foodie Fish. Shout out to Foodie Fish. So
Yeah.
I get real good food.
Yeah.
I called Larry Wade and got like a recommendation because the time and like when we get out of here, it might be 2 o'clock. Then
Yeah.
I got to get home. So I'll eat at 2:30. I'm already at the gym at 3. He's saying that ain't enough time for the food to digest to give me energy.
Yeah, definitely.
So he had me buy like this drink, a carb drink to get energy because I'm like, I'm doing the work, but I'm feeling so exhausted.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
I'm just trying to tweak.
Definitely one thing could be like, you know, you feeling sluggish because how fast you turn around and work out. So your body your metabolism ain't broke down the food yet to, you know, bring the
That's
energy.
what he said.
Yeah. So that could be one thing. Also, you know, even running, like, you know what I'm saying, like if like the runs gotta be at a certain pace, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta push yourself during the runs. Like if it's easy, then it's not really working.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta really push yourself and you know what I'm saying? And when it's hard, when you feel it, that's how you know it's working. You know?
Get the fuck out of here.
What?
Get the fuck. I'm sorry, yo.
What?
Yo, they saying that it's a good chance. Jake Paul versus Tommy Fury.
On ESPN.
ESPN pay-per-view.
Oh, pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view.
Oh, wow. I missed over those 3 letters.
Oh, yeah. ESPN pay-per-view right there. Nice and big.
Wow.
Damn.
But what happened to Showtime?
I thought he was exclusive to Showtime. I thought Jake was.
I mean, it's still
Contract
a
up.
rumor, though.
Yeah,
Still a
it's a
rumor,
rumor.
though. But you're right. It could be contract. How many fights was that total?
Yeah, I think maybe
2 with Woodley?
No, yeah, 2 with Woodley and then
Yeah, that's 3-fight
yeah,
deal.
3 fight.
Sound about right.
Yeah.
Well, we do have our next guest in building. So, Amari, please give out your social media. And thank you for answering all the questions
For sure,
and obviously giving me some advice.
For sure. And follow me on Instagram at official Amari Jones. And yeah.
Yo, you remember last year when we told you, because you had like Prince.
Yeah.
Amari and Prince wasn't with an I. It was with the number one.
Oh, you changed it?
Yeah,
Bro,
I
he
changed it.
Did the followers increase?
I just changed it like I want to say not too long ago. So like I want to say I changed it like right after one of my fights. So I don't really know, but definitely
I feel like now for your next fight it's gonna be easier too because people look for you.
What's the woman's name that I heard on the radio Hot 97 interview? Miss Bess. Got to tell her to get you verified. You verified?
No, I'm not verified. Man,
he know Miss. I'm saying her name wrong.
I don't know how. Well, he know her by, but I'll show him right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it, Jeremiah. If you can help us with this picture, we're gonna go to promo and be right back with our next guest, Ezekiel Borero. He's also fighting February 18th. We'll be right back. What up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here joined by Ezekiel Borero. What is that nickname?
La Bruquena.
La Bruquena. What does that mean?
That's just a nickname that my grandpa gave me. I feel like it's because I was the smallest one in the family when I was in Puerto Rico. It's just like a crab. That's what we call a crab in Puerto Rico. Yeah.
Wait, I know I interviewed you before, but you Puerto Rican?
Yeah. Puerto Rican and Mexican.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought you was, so Where were you? Not where were you raised, but who were you raised with?
With my grandma. My grandma
And
was
she's?
Puerto Rican.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was in Puerto Rico for 14 years.
That's crazy. Like being around you, I just feel like you're more Mexican.
Yes, cause
Maybe I don't know because I get to see you spar. I don't, but like
yeah, it's probably because since I moved to Vegas, I've hanging out with a lot more Mexicans and everything like that. So it kind of like stuck on me. Yeah.
so. Obviously, I wanted to get you in here, man. You train out of the Bones Adams gym. You're with Coach Gill.
Yeah.
Shout out to what is it, Mob
Boxing.
Boxing, and I like you, bro. Like you're always fucking working, and I hate that we're gonna say that because it might make it harder for you to get fights.
Yeah.
They're gonna know that you're not ever not in shape, bro. Like you work out very hard. Like I've watched, elite level fighters. Like I see Devin. I've been to Shakur. I've been to Wilder. Like that, you name it, I've been there. You aren't playing, man, and you seem to be taking it very serious at a very, young age in your career. In terms of your career, you're only 6-0, 2 KOs. What's driving you? Why do you have that hunger?
Man, at first it was just something that I wanted to do since I was little. My grandpa and everything was his dream to build a world champion. Now it's more family oriented, Now I got a daughter. I got people looking for it, like after me, I got people to take care of. So this is just pushing me a lot more to do better in this sport. So now it's all gas, no brakes,
When did you start boxing? I know you're 24 years old now.
Yeah, I started boxing when I was 17 and a half, like officially getting in competing and stuff like that. I've always boxed since I was little. My grandpa started me at a young age at like 5 years old, just training me and doing things at the gym. Not really any fights, just sparring and just basically a gym fighter. Then I actually stopped boxing when I was like around 11, 10, 11. I stopped boxing because my grandpa was the one that was training me and he passed away. So that kind of hit me really hard. I just quit boxing, didn't want to do anything with it. Graduated, went through high school and all that, still did school sports, did wrestling, volleyball, basketball, baseball, basically everything. And when I graduated from high school, I kind of like was sitting down on the couch and kind of got anxious. I because I never sat down and did nothing, So I wanted to do something, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start boxing again. I actually started with Fernando Vargas at his gym over there on Cheyenne when it was open. I started with him. I was with him for about 2.5 years. 14, 15, 16, yeah. I don't know, 18, 19, yeah, around 20 years old. That's when I stopped with Fernando and I started with Gil.
I need to know why. You can't stop working out with a legend and don't tell us why.
It's just, more of a personal business, like there was problems between
the Sons?
No, not the Sons or nothing like that. I'm cool with them. I love them like they're my brothers, I got no beef with them. Fernando's like my dad, and Martha too. She's like my mom, and they always took care of us. It's just more personal problems with, my family, like my mom and them, you know what I mean? So it's just a point where she was trying to help too much to the point where she wanted to control everything, and that's what led to that. So basically, they didn't want that anymore, and me being there was not going to help that cause. So kind of just told me, hey, I can't have you here anymore. So,
damn.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Did that make you want to quit? Did you feel like I'm going to show you, I'm going to be a world champion, you just let me leave? Like what feelings went through you?
No, man, honestly, it hurt. Yeah, but I understood it just because I ain't got nothing against him, like I understand why he did it. I know where he was coming from. It hurt because, like I said, I see him like a father figure to me. My dad was never there to raise me, and my grandpa was my father figure. Then when he passed away, and it's like I lost all my father figures. And now when I came to boxing, he was my father figure again. And then he tells me that, I'm like, fuck, that hurt.
Word.
Did
immediately find another gym and coach, or did it take time because the devastation of it?
Honestly, it took me about. I was without a coach. I was still training. I actually trained with Coach Bullet.
Okay.
For a little bit, but I didn't go there. Like, basically, he wasn't really training me because he wasn't at the gym all the time. He wasn't there. He was always out doing something. This is when he barely started opening up a nightclub or something like that he had. So he was busy doing that. And basically, I was just training myself. And I went to, I forgot what the tournament was that Gil was actually running here in Las Vegas. I went there without no coach. I just basically said to somebody, hey, can you corner me? And, they were helping me out in the corner, but I had no coach. I won the first fight. The second fight I lost. And then after that, that's where I got to meet Coach Gil. And that's when I started talking to him, went to Coach Gil's gym for the first time when he was still at Roy Jones Jr.'s boxing gym. And, man, I'm telling you, like, that first day was no joke. I was, like, I thought I was never going to be working out that hard, but it was to the point where I, was throwing up,
No, that's, honestly, bro, that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Like, you work out hard. Like, you run every day. Like, I just asked Amari that, and he does it too, but, like, the difference between you is that you run before you work out.
Yeah.
My man runs 3 miles, then jumps rope. Then you might see him spar. Then you see him jump rope again. Then he on the bags. Like, the kid you really work, bro. You really work. And I'm, as a guy that's in there trying to fucking be like, I'm like, wow, how do you do it? You know what I mean? You just fought an undefeated fighter, 5-0.
Yeah.
And it was in White Sands Casino, not Casino, but White Sands in Plant City.
In Plant City, yeah.
Did you sign the pro box, or was that a one-off?
No, it was a one-off. It's just a contract that they sent. They wanted to find somebody because they didn't have a fighter for him, somebody to challenge him. And then they were like, hey, we're looking for somebody to fight our guy. And they sent us the info, and we were like, hey, we'll take it, And the thing is, we took it, honestly, because nobody else wants to fight us. Nobody else wants to, we've been sent contract, we've been sent by matchmakers. They've been looking for fighters. We send her our names. They don't want to fight us. They just tell us, oh no, we don't want that guy. We want somebody a little bit less experienced and stuff like that. So,
how many amateur fights total?
Me, in the three years that I was amateur, I think it was about 56, 57 fights. But I was fighting every weekend. I was doing tournaments, did the ringside, did the title boxing tournament. I was just fighting every weekend, basically, nonstop.
So you linked up with Gil and you fell in love with how hard he worked you. What else was it about Gil? I'll say this in case he's watching. Probably one of the trainers, that I've noticed that loves sneakers.
Oh,
I know
man.
that's left field. I know it's left field.
Man.
You guys were expecting something else, but bro, he's got a heavy sneaker collection.
No, yeah, every day he's wearing
Different
something
pair.
different.
Brand
Something
new.
different. Yep.
My man ain't no joke.
No, and he keeps them clean, always matching. He has to be all the time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So what was it about? Was it just the workout? Is it the way he talks to you? How he motivates you?
I think it's the way he talks to me and pushes me. The workout, but it's more of the way he talks and expresses himself to us. Because he's real. He's gonna tell you things straight up. He's not gonna give you the runaround. He's gonna tell you how it is, and if you don't fix it, then go somewhere else.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I know you're a lot smaller than me, but I seen you sparring. Don't help me. Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
He's big as hell.
Yeah, I heard he was fucking him up, champ.
Chill, bro. What happens in sparring stays in sparring. All I'm going to say is, before that day, I'm like, yo, he would be great work for me because you move so much that you're going to make me tired. I could work on defense or something. Then I seen you sparring Nate Diaz, who's a professional MMA fighter that has been a fighter all his life. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretending to be a fighter. You was landing shots. I'm not gonna say you was fucking him up, but you was landing shots with no fear. Was it because you knew he was MMA and your boxing skills are superior? Like, bro, I mean, I don't know if that question sounds weak, but it's just like, it looked like levels, bro.
Yeah. No, I went in there just, I feel like coach always teaches us just whoever I put you in there with, you got to be confident because I'm confident in your skill. You know what I mean? So if he put me in there with him, I kind of already knew, like, I should be able to take care of this guy. I should be, there's no reason why.
He definitely had to have you by 50 pounds, bro.
Oh, no, yeah, easy, yeah.
And 50 on the low end.
No, I'm not going to lie. Like, some of the punches that he did land, it didn't land solid, but it was like, oh, he pushed me back, you know? So that's why I was moving more, so he didn't touch me as much.
Bro,
you know?
in combinations, you throw, I don't want to lie, but I feel like your low number is a 3-punch combination.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Do you think you do 1, 2 just as much as you do 1, 2, 3? And I don't mean in that sequence. I mean just 1 punch, 2 punch, 3 punches, not the actual jab, right hook, left hook.
No, I feel like you're right. I'm more of a volume puncher, not really that much of a, like, landing one shot and then backing away. I'm like, I'm going to land 5, and, you know, like, I'm going to throw 5, and at least 3 of those are going to land. You know, I throw a lot of punches.
Nah, man, I've been impressed being in that gym with you, man, just watching you work. And honestly, with Gil, too, man, he's training you guys to be good fighters, man.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'm excited to see, you know, if he can get a world champ. Has he had a world champion?
He's trained world champions before, not somebody that he's built up from the ground up, you know, but he has had, like, trained world champions. Like, back in the day, he used to train a lot. He used to be one of the USA Olympic coaches, you know. He used to train a lot of people. I think he got a picture where he was with Sean Porter when he was little. Jesse Vargas also trained with him, but Jesse Vargas went down to the Mexico Olympic, I think it was, Mexican Olympic team. He also trained Andrew Tabiti, Juan Heraldez. Man, he's trained so many people, world champions. That I could think of at the top of my head is Jesse Vargas. Honestly, that's the first person that comes to mind when we're talking about world champions. But he's trained a lot of people. He's been in the game for years. So,
do you, like, I don't know. I mean, I know you have your own dreams of becoming the world champion, but is that dream attached to helping Gil achieve his goal of being his first world champion as well?
That comes as a plus, you know. When I was looking for a trainer, I wanted somebody to push me and to, like, get the best out of me every day. When he told me that he's never built a world champ, that's one of his dreams, it was like, oh, that's an added plus. That's something that I could use to motivate me too. So I used it to motivate myself and, like, be one of his first world champions that he's trained from the ground up.
I gotta ask, how soon or how quickly did you realize, yeah, okay, this is gonna work, this is the right fit? Like, how soon after teaming up with Gil?
I want to say, like, about the second week. Second week of training with him. Just because this is, like, I'm going to backtrack back to when I was with Fernando Vargas. We actually, Gil was looking for sparring for Max Orlenas when he was training Max Orlenas. And I went to go spar because they were looking for a left-handed fighter. So Fernando was like, hey, they're looking for a left-handed sparring partner, paid sparring. I was like, all right, sign me up. Let's go. Man, I'm telling you, when I got in the ring with him, like, I've gotten in the ring with fighters, you know, like, good fighters and everything. But when I got into a ring with Gil's guy, I was like, fuck, I need to pick my game up. Like, he was, like, boxing, like, moving and everything. Like, before, when I was training with Fernando, I didn't have the movement that I have now. Gil was the reason why I have the movement that I have now. You know, he taught me a lot of footwork. He told me how to move. But when I was training with Fernando, I was one of those stiff fighters, stay in the middle, don't move your head, you know, like, it's just throw your punches, really basic. To the point where Max hit me with a liver shot, and man, that he dropped me. He dropped me bad. Like I was like, man, this is crazy. Like it's to the point where I was walking back to the corner. I was saying, no, fuck, like I don't want to go anymore. You know, like that's a hard hit me because I was walking to and I was still feeling the pain.
Yeah.
So after that, I was like, I need to pick it up. And when I started training with Gil, I was still sparring with Max, but he never dropped me like that anymore. He was like, I was kind of catching up to him. I was catching up. So that's what made me realize this is where I belong. I'm becoming a better fighter because of the training that he's giving me.
For sure. Being here in Vegas, have you ever sparred Devin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did. I sparred Devin Haney when he was at Real Boxing. When he was training, he was doing, I think, I'm not too sure if it was like private or something like
Were
that.
you under Gil at the time or
Yes.
with Okay.
I was under Gil.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Oh, you was there.
I was under Gil, sparring with Devin, and also we had another fighter that unfortunately had to quit. It was a Lalacran, they call him.
Miguel Burchell?
No. Man, what was his name?
It's all good, champ.
Yeah, I forgot it. But Francisco Esparza. There we go, Francisco Esparza. He was also sparring with Devin. But I feel like for the first time, because they changed up the sparring for us. We were like in the mindset of sparring with Devin. He was like 3-minute rounds, you know, and then we get in the ring, we're putting on our headgears or whatever, and then last minute he's like, oh, we're doing 5-minute rounds.
Whoa.
Trying to mess with me, you know? And I was like, me and Gil looked at each other, we're like, all right, cool, let's do it. And we went, I think
5 minutes?
yeah, 5-minute rounds.
Bro, that's an eternity.
Yeah, and I think we did. I think it was 4 to 5 rounds, 4 to 5 minute rounds. I think it was. Yeah, like
Did he look good? You on the spot.
As far as the sparring, it was champ is champ. But I think it was the fact that you brought that intensity like the whole time was like
That's what I'm. That's what I see in the
was
gym.
like what I was impressed with, like because this you gotta understand like what comes with that.
More counter opportunities,
Well,
right?
yeah, not just that, but like, bro, you need a tank on you. You need a tank on you, and you just kept coming and coming and coming. And bro, I forget what fight that was, but I remember like they had brought in like some guys for sparring, and like two of them had like a broken nose within the first week or two. So it's like fuck, they were struggling to find sparring, and I just remember like you just kept coming. So
Oh, so after that they decided to keep you.
we sparred like 2 more times after that, and after that we haven't heard from them since. But like being there training with him, I don't think they kept us in that way, but they did want us to come back for sparring. You know, they were contacting us.
How
for
do
more
you
sparring.
feel you dealt with those 5-minute rounds and Devin Haney across from you?
Honestly, I didn't get intimidated just because I don't like. I feel like it's hard for me to get intimidated just because you got a belt or something like that. Like,
So he was a champ at the time.
Yeah, he was. When we were in the ring, I don't see at the point as, oh, he's a world champion, he's supposed to be better than me. That's just like it's mentally not gonna be helping me. So
Yeah.
I put that off to the side, and I'm just like, he's just the same as me. He's a human. I'm a human. I could put in as much work as he does, and do the same thing. The only thing is, like with him, like the harder thing that I was when I was sparring with him is just that jab, man. That jab is hard to get through. His jab is one of the key things that he has, and he knows how to use it pretty well. His distance.
So, again, you're educating me. Can't you just counter over the jab?
You can, yeah, you can.
What makes it difficult to counter Devin's jab or any fighter? Like, why wouldn't you attempt the right-hand counter over someone's jab?
The thing is, with Devin, it's more of timing his jab, just because he kind of throws it in a way where he doesn't flinch a lot. Like when people throw a jab, they kind of like do some type of movement or something like that. Like he doesn't do a lot of movement.
So it flows straight from the shoulder.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to time it, So that was the one thing that I was trying to catch, but because I like to do the catch and left hand over the top, or kind of like just check out over the top, over that jab too. But timing his jab was pretty hard. That's the only thing that I couldn't get to.
When you just said, what was that phrase you just used? Kind of when you were talking about trying to time his jab.
Counter the jab?
No.
Like catch it and throw it over the top.
Yeah. What do you mean, catch and shoot?
Yeah, catch and shoot.
Oh,
like
okay.
a catch and shoot.
Okay.
Yeah, or even like a parry. Because what I do too is instead of parrying it down, I parry it up so it could open up the body, and then I throw my left hand straight to the middle.
Did you take that little move from Shakur?
Yeah,
I feel like Shakur does that, bro. He'll see you in the high guard and he'll pin your gloves up and hit you to the body with the left. That's funny. You're observant.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So do you think that Devin felt like you gave him that pressure?
Oh no, yeah, definitely. He felt the pressure just because you could tell he wasn't the same fighter the first round and the second round.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was thinking a lot more on the second round than he was on the first round. Just because I was catching him with shots that honestly he shouldn't get caught with. You know what I mean?
So obviously, again, being in Vegas, did you get work with Shakur?
No, not yet. Not with Shakur. I've gotten work with Nonito Donaire.
Oh wow.
I gotten work with Linares.
Damn. Aren't you way bigger? What's he walk around at? Nonito.
Nonito, I think he walks around like 130, 120 something. Cause he's a 118.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he fights at 118. At that time, I think we were about the same size though, cause I was dropping for a fight. I was dropping weight for a fight, and so was he for the what was that? The world champion that he had fought. He was a left-handed fighter. I forgot his name. But yeah, he was training for that fight before he fought
The French guy.
Yeah.
Keep talking, it'll come to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I was sparring with him. Then I've also gotten, but this was before Gil. I got sparring with Jorge Linares before I started training with Gil. And with him, it was just, man, he has a fast and hard jab. Like when you see that he drops people, it's because he hits hard. I'm telling you, because he hit me, and it's like to the point where I was walking back to my corner, and I see Fernando just looking at me and doing whatever, but I can't tell you what he was telling me because I couldn't hear him. Basically, that's how lost I was.
You was out of it.
Yeah, that's how lost I was when he hit me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So again, I said this to Amari, but us as fans and commentators, we look at things and we remember, certain things. So for Linares, people like to write him off. They think he's done. They think he's old. How do you go into sparring with older former world champions? Do you use that mindset, or are you like, nah, this is a former world champ, I got to be careful?
No, yeah, like I don't take the fact that he's older than me into consideration just because they're still training hard or twice as hard that I have to train because of their age.
Nordine Ubali.
Yeah, there we go, Ubali, yeah.
Nordine Ubali. Yo, how'd I forget that guy?
Yeah. I was training with, like he has to train twice as hard as me to stay in shape to keep up with me, So I kind of throw that age stuff out to the side because former world champion, there's the reason why he's up there. The experience also, like a lot of the newer guys like that are world champions, yeah, they're world champions because they're hard, like they work hard. But these other world champions, they work hard. On top, they have more experience, so they know what they're looking out for. They know what the mistakes look like, from so many years. So I kind of throw that off to the side. I really don't use it to my advantage to keep up with to say, oh, I got an edge over him.
That's what's up. Yeah, you see, as us from the outside, not actually getting in the ring, we assess things totally different. Like people like to write him off, and I thought he was winning that Abdulayev fight until he got knocked out.
Yo, yeah, no, me and Devin was just talking about that, and he said that he just lost again in Russia.
Yeah.
Linares?
Yup.
Damn.
Yup, lost again. Yo, it was like
To another Russian.
yeah, because he signed with RCC, like whatever the promoter is out there. He signed like a 2 or 3 fight deal, something like that.
So I want to double back to the Plant City. You get the win over their guy, and they're not interested in giving you fights?
Well, the thing, look, so they actually were interested in giving me a fight. Let me see. They wanted me to fight one of their guys. Now the thing is that they're not the ones that say, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's take it." It's their team, their training camp are the ones that say if they're gonna take it or not take it. So they offered us a fight.
They offered you. So just
Hold
to be
on,
clear,
hold on.
you're
Who they offer? Who they offer?
Wait. Just to be clear, you're saying they offered you a fight, but they also said that the person they're offering you hasn't accepted it.
They don't. Yeah, they didn't want to take it. It was the Jacob Bradley Sayas.
You know that?
Jacob Bradley Gomez is 7-0 with 1 draw.
Wow.
Yeah. They offered us that guy and they didn't want to take it. That was for December last year.
Yo, champ, so let me ask you something. Have you gotten signed to Marv Nation?
No.
So I'm curious, why is that like the website on your Instagram?
They want us to, because that's for my next
Yeah,
fight.
he's fighting February 18th.
February 11th.
Oh, shit,
11th.
sorry.
Yeah. 11th. I'm fighting down there and they're having their card and everything. And that's just basically just to promote so they could get, because I got people that want to get tickets and everything like that. I just go to my page. There's a link right there, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks
Okay.
like he fought a month after you.
Yeah.
And even now, he doesn't want to fight after getting that win.
Nope. He doesn't want to fight. And then they offered us another guy, some other promotion. It wasn't the same one from Florida. They offered us another guy that didn't want us to fight. His name is Daryal Kushmenov. And he's 5-0.
I love it. He just name dropping. I love that shit.
He's 5-0. They didn't want to fight us. But I just feel like all these people, they're taking care too much of that O. You know what I mean? They don't want to lose that 0 because then they see, oh, I got a 0 in my name. That doesn't make me. Yeah, it doesn't make you look good, but are you trying to be Mayweather? You know what I mean? Like, you trying to be the best undefeated fighter and take that record, or are you just trying to be the best fighter in general? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, me, yeah, it would be nice to be the best undefeated fighter, but that's not my intention. That's not my intention. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be the best that fought the best and beat the best. You know what I mean?
Sean Porter style.
If I lose, I lose. You know what I mean? I know how to take a loss. I've lost in the amateurs before. A loss is a loss, you know? But all these people, they just want to take care of that O and the 0. And the thing is that the thing that kind of irritates me is that these people that are not wanting to fight me are signed to the promotion. You know, they're signed. Like, I'm not even signed to this promotion. I'm willing to risk my fights. And these fighters that are signed, they're not willing to risk anything.
What do you think you have to do to get signed?
Honestly, it's all in your amateur background. Your amateur background has a lot to do with it. If you're part of the Olympic team, if you fought into big national tournaments, if you won national tournaments and all that,
So you don't have any national wins?
I've had some national wins, yeah, but the thing is that they're not. But then the promoters don't see it as a big national win. They don't see it as, oh, you know what, this is something that we could sell. Also, your following on social media has a lot to do with it, because nowadays it's all about social media. Oh, if you got this many followers, only 10% are going to go watch you. That's how many people you're going to bring into the venue. And the promoters see it like that, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to sign
Damn,
you.
who comes up with that percentage? That's crazy.
I think 10% kind of high, not going to lie to
Yeah.
you.
10% is high.
10% high.
Especially if you got $1 million. For sure. But yeah, man, that sucks. So what do you think you have to do to get that signing?
Honestly, what I have to do is I got to prove myself to the promoters that I'm a better fighter than what they already got signed, and they will be making a mistake not signing me You know what I mean? So I got to prove myself more than all these other people. That's also another thing that pushes me on staying ready and always being at the gym.
So no promoter, is Gil the manager or just the trainer?
He's the trainer. He doesn't have we haven't signed anything official, but he's the one helping me and moving me, managing me and everything like that. But it's not like he has a contract or anything like that. He's just helping me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, he's doing good. You had 3 fights last year, and you got a fight scheduled for February 11th. That's, better than I think what you would have been doing on your own. Do you think you would have been able to get 4 fights on your own without him?
Honestly, no, just because getting the contacts, knowing the contacts, and, a lot of these people, it's just it's a shady business when you talk. It's a shady business.
That first fight he gets you, it's an undefeated fighter, but he's only 1-0. Did you go into that fight like not caring that he was undefeated because he was only 1-0 and you felt like maybe the experience wasn't there? Or did it kind of like, damn, my first fight and he got me an undefeated fighter?
No, I'm not gonna lie. It kind of did get onto my nerves a little bit, but then I was like, you know what? This is my first fight. I got to show off. I got to show out everything that I'm bringing from the amateurs up. So I was just training every day, training hard, working on everything, every little detail. And then comes fight day, and then I get in the ring, and I'm just like, you know what? We're already in here. Let's do this. There's no backing down. So it kind of like I lost the fear when I got to the ring. But before then, I was kind of nervous.
I gotta ask, right now, so we're 2.5 weeks into the year. So if you could lay out like the perfect 2023 for your career, what does that look like? Right now we have the fight February 11th. What does the rest of the year look like in a perfect world for you?
In a perfect world for me, I want to pick up my record to at least 12-0, get 6 more fights. That's at the least, We're gonna try to stay as busy as possible. Our goal is to either be lined up to fight for a world title by 2024 or fight for a world title this year, by the end of the year. That's our goal that we're looking for.
World title.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's the goal, honestly. And the thing is that...
But I got to slow you down. Why do you think you're ready to be a world champ after 6 fights?
The thing is, man, I believe in setting goals that are unbelievable and chasing that rather than setting a goal that's believable, that to the point where once I get there, it's like, all right, what's next?
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of people they see it as, world champion and like 6 more fights. Come on, bro, that's not possible. I'm like,
no, it's
really,
possible.
Definitely, Shakur. I mean,
it's possible, but the people that have done it before you have the backing. Like Rigondeaux got a title shot at 12 after he fought the dude from Philadelphia, and he was with Top Rank. Lomachenko, 2 fights, Top Rank. Shakur, 13, 12 fights, Top Rank.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, but the thing is that this year we're planning on fighting people that are gonna bring us up in the ranking and are gonna say that they're gonna put a name in my resume. Like this guy that I'm fighting now is gonna be 9-0.
Oh wow!
But like the resume only mattered, but so much. I mean, look at Boots. Boots was, he had to sign with someone. Like eventually, I feel like
because if you're too good, then they won't give you a shot like Boots. But let's see how it works for you. You're also smaller division, and those guys get a lot more fights. You're featherweight 126, right?
Mm-hmm. 126, yeah.
Which is crazy. I'm looking at you yesterday, and I think Bones. Oh, Keith Hunter. I'm like, man, you might be perfect sparring for Keith. Keith is fighting Rashad Mati, who throws hella punches. He's the Albanian Bear or something like that from New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like whispering to Bones, like, bro, he might be the perfect spawn for Keith, because of the way that you work and, you can get him right and ready. And then he's like, no, he's only 126. You crazy? Keith is like 140. And I'm like, damn, you look, you know what I'm saying? Not big, tall, but you look gentle, like filled, not thin and lanky.
Yeah, I've actually sparred Chief Hunter before. I sparred with him. I think my boy was he saw the
Danny was
sparring.
there?
Yeah, top rank when I sparred Chief Hunter.
I was there.
Yeah.
Damn, this motherfucker is a fly on every wall.
I was there. I was
Danny
there.
get lucky. How was that?
Sparring, stay in the gym. Yo, yeah, that was.
It was that good, huh?
No, you know, sparring, stay in the gym.
No, I mean him. It was that good.
It was good sparring, man.
Would you
Keith
would you be
good.
willing to spar him again?
Yes, definitely, man.
Are you guys cool with each other?
Oh no, yeah, man. He's a great guy. He's an amazing person. You know, I ain't got no beef with him. Every time I see him in the gym, you know, I show him love. To me, it's like sparring is just helping you to get better. Just like vice versa. If I get to sparring somebody and you know he like does work on me, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm like, hey, you know what? I gotta get better. You know, not saying that I did work on him because it was a back and forth and everything. The second time you were there, the second time I sparred Hunter, you were there at the when I sparred him at Bones.
Okay.
Yeah, when I sparred him at Bones, you were telling me you gotta throw that jab, champ. You gotta throw that jab. You were yelling it from the corner. But man, the thing is,
He's long.
He's long.
He's long.
It's hard to get in there.
And tall.
Yeah, it's hard
And
to get in there.
I ain't gonna front. He's very composed. It don't look like he gets tired. Has he? Do you think?
No. I feel like he didn't get as tired. I feel like my movement didn't throw him off, but he wasn't tired. He was just trying to catch up. You know what I mean? Like he was trying to like reset or set to my pace. Just because I feel like a lot of the sparring that he gets, they don't move a lot. It's a lot of stationary sparring because I've seen him spar before, the people that he sparred before, and I'm like, damn, this motherfucker don't move. Like he's just standing there eating punches and then Keith is just throwing.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I again, that's why you're here. The way you work. The way you work is a direct representation of the way you look in the ring, and in that ring, you know, you let your hands go and you move.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front though. You right. You don't use your jab.
Yeah, I don't.
You love like that. I think what is it? You go to the body and then overhand left, right?
I do the like a Pacquiao type of thing, you know, where he throws a throwaway jab to the top, throws a left hand to the body, and then comes over with the jab again. It's like
I think you like to hook over the jab, right? You're southpaw.
Yeah.
I feel like I see you maybe hooking over the jab.
It's not a hook. I like to use my jab as a hook, a lead hook. That's what I like to throw a lot. I like to throw a lead hook.
Oh.
Yeah.
So okay, because you almost confused. You say I like to use my jab as a lead hook. I'm like, shit, champ. How you do that? Show it to me, like, show me that, like.
No, I learned it from watching Canelo, because he does like his feint to the body, but he actually throws the hook to the top. You know what I mean? Like the liver shot.
Mm-hmm.
But I do it as like I'm gonna throw a jab, but I loop it over the top. You know what I mean? Like I feel like a lot of Russians do that too. They kind of like throw the jab halfway and they loop it and go over the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see how you do that today. For sure, man. So you let it slip. You said you know the guy's 9-0, so you do know who you're fighting.
Yeah, I do know who I'm fighting. They
Okay.
already sent the contract over and everything. The only thing I just gotta see what's going on with with a little bit of the the stuff that is in the contract. They still gotta do some stuff, but I already know who I'm fighting. I'm ready. We've seen some videos of him fighting. He's fought in some nice cards like in Top Rank and stuff like that. He's coming up.
So people know him.
People know him.
You can't leak it yet.
No.
Okay.
No.
So you think me and him will know who he is?
I feel like you guys probably would know who he is. He's the coach that's training him now used to be a coach for the Olympic team also.
So he would coach Al
Or K. Karoma.
or K. Corona. All right.
Yo, we narrowing it down. So, any talks with Marvin, man? We met Marvin Rodriguez. He seems like a nice guy. You got to fight with him. Did he say anything he needs you to do to be able to sign? Because he just signed the Vargas remaining brothers.
He actually, the reason why I'm getting a fight here is not because I talked directly with him. I talked to Seth with Saba's boxing equipment,
Okay.
and he was like, "Hey, they're looking for a fight. I feel like it's a good opportunity for you. Here's the guy. You want to take it?" I was like, "Yeah, let's take it."
Man, that comes from you being a nice guy.
Yeah.
For real. Everybody's looking for fights for you. So that brings us to one of our questions from our listeners. Ruin the 504 says, how have the Saba's gloves been holding up? Are you sponsored by them?
Oh man, yeah, I actually am. He makes all my outfits, all my fight gear, like outfits. But on the gloves, he made me some custom gloves. They have my nickname on the wrist. Says Zeke. It was a Puerto Rican and Mexican flag. Man, I tore them up. They're done. Like on the inside of the glove right here is like all busted. The thing just
How long?
coming out.
How long you had them?
I feel like they lasted me about 4 to 5 years.
Oh,
4 to
wow.
5, yeah, 4 to 5 years. They just
Doing everything.
Yeah, doing everything. Like I mainly used them for sparring, but when I forgot my bag gloves, I used to use those. So I used to tear them up. And the thing is also with the sweating and everything. And
Do you hit the bag with the same size gloves? If you bring both sets, is one heavier than the other for sparring?
no, we use
Both
16 ounces for sparring and for hitting the bags. I feel like even when I was amateur, I still used the 16s because we used to fight with, I believe it was 10 or 12s on the amateurs. I can't remember too well, but yeah, I always used the size bigger so that way whenever I put the 10, it feels like light. Nothing's on my hand, you know.
For sure. So yesterday I was watching you. I feel like you're starting the weight cut already. Are you?
Yeah, I have to already.
Damn,
yeah.
I'm getting nice. Because, and again, that's why you're here. I'm like, I walk in, I see you working. I'm starting to work. You in the gym, and then I could see the sweat, and you're in a hoodie. You got the headphones. You got like another shirt on top. And I'm like, I'm seeing the sweat. Next time I see you, you shadow boxing, your shorts is fucking completely wet. I'm like, yo, he might be cutting weight. Because then I seen you go to the track, to the treadmill, then you jumping rope. I'm like, yeah, I think he's cutting weight. This is what it looks like when they start cutting weight.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you're letting us know. So is it difficult? Because you're starting, I don't want to say too early, you're teaching us. Is this early? You're almost a little bit less than a month out, right?
Well, the thing is, I like to cut to a certain amount, like 2 weeks before the fight, just so that I can have at least 1 week of just going down slow, couple ounces, you know, and then the last week is gonna be just all hands on deck, just everything. But I like to get to a certain weight before I start cutting hard.
I ain't gonna front. I don't know if you like this or not, but I did see you before your last fight, and you drank something. Is that like to warm your body up to sweat?
What happened?
So for your last fight, I feel like you was cutting weight, and Gil gave you like a drink. Did that help you raise your body temperature or something?
No. He the thing is that when I'm cutting weight, I drink coffee, like black coffee.
Coffee.
It's just black coffee to give me some energy to boost my.
It's funny because I looked that up too, and that's probably one of the best stimulants instead of using like over-the-counter GNC products. And I don't know if you noticed, I start coming in with my cantina.
I see it.
And in between, like I'm chill sipping because it also warms you up. And that gym is cold, man.
Yeah, it is.
He talking about he turn on the heat. It be cold in there, bro.
Yeah,
Freezing in that motherfucker.
Whatever you using, Bones, that shit ain't working.
Bro, he like, I had the heat on all day. They be leaving the door open. I'm like, Bones, I'm freezing in here.
Yo, I just want to, funniest fucking thing, I'll tell you guys something. I feel like I helped Tank in a way with the knockout of Hector Luis Garcia. We ate the same Skittles that night. Right before the fight. No, I'm so serious.
What, like you share Skittles with Tank?
Bro, yeah, I guess I was with Tyler, had to find them Skittles. They asked for Skittles.
So you went and bought Tank the Skittles?
No. I mean, he went and bought Tank the Skittles. But
Tyler?
Yeah, I was with him, and then we he bought like 8 bags because he didn't know which one he wanted. So it was like 2 of one flavor, 2 of another flavor, 2.
I didn't even know Skittles had different flavors.
Yo,
Yeah,
and
me
it was
neither.
crazy.
I thought it was rainbow
Bro,
in one
yeah.
package.
And the one that Tank actually wanted was a package I've never seen before. It was like a different color bag, like a purple bag or some shit. Like the berry. I think it was like berry Skittles.
Never heard of it. So you're saying the Skittles gave him the power
Yeah.
or the sugar rush?
Dude,
Do you do
that's
that?
what I'm
Do you
thinking.
use sugar before any workout, or you think it's
not sugar? Like before my fights, yes, I have a little bit of like a Snickers bar. I eat a Snickers before.
shout out Andy?
Yeah, I ate a Snickers bar before. But before workout, it's just I drink a coffee, or in between like my workouts, I'm just sipping on the coffee. But most of the time, I just drink it before I get to the gym. Just sip it down.
Yo,
So-
do you always drink it black?
Yeah, yeah. Especially when I'm cutting weight. Sometimes I drink it with a little bit of creamer when I'm not getting ready for anything. But when I'm cutting weight for a fight, I always drink it black, just because also it's a natural laxative.
Diuretic,
You know,
yeah.
it's a natural laxative and stuff like that. So it just helps you.
Go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
absolutely. And that's how you're going to lose that weight. Well, Champ, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I do appreciate you coming on. This has been amazing, and I hope that, people believe me when I tell you you always working and get behind you so that you can get those big fights. Please give out your social media. Let everybody know where they could get tickets for the fight. And yeah, man.
Yeah, you guys could follow me on Instagram and Twitter at la_Bruquena. And if you guys want to come watch my fight, which I really, really hope you guys do, because I'm going to put on a show, you guys could go to marvnation.com and get your tickets right there. There's a link on my bio when you guys will go on my Instagram. And I appreciate everybody. Thank you guys for having me.
I got to ask you before you go, Cruz is in your division. Do you think his power can carry up to fight Regis Prograis?
Oof.
Because he's saying if they give him a title shot, he'll take that fight with Prograis at 140.
I mean, the thing is, from 126 to 140, it's a big weight, big difference. You know what
Maybe
I mean?
130 now because he fought Tank at 30, right?
What? Who?
Isak.
No, that was 35, bro.
35.
Oh, there you go.
That was 35.
So
I
5
feel-
pounds.
All this shit been
5 pounds.
all this shit been 35 for him.
Yeah, 5 pounds. Honestly, I feel like it can carry over. It's just that he's gonna have to, get used to getting hit by a bigger guy. That's why I feel like it's gonna be the biggest thing, because 135 to 140, they don't hit the same. The power's not the same. That's why I feel like he needs to get some bigger sparring, some bigger dudes, so he can get used to the power. But Cruz is a beast, man. I feel like he could get in there, and I'm not gonna say he's gonna knock him out, but I feel like he could hang in there and put some shots that are gonna hurt him.
Regis.
Yeah.
Would you still favor Regis? Or you think it's 50-50?
I feel like it would be 50-50 on that fight. Yeah, like Cruz with his pressure and his style, I feel like Prograis is gonna have a little bit of a difficult time. You know what I mean?
Is that somebody that if you find out he's here in Vegas, you would do anything you can to get him to spar? And I only ask that because y'all got similar styles.
Definitely, I would, just because, honestly, like, I look up to Isak. You know what I mean? He's like now
Not
ever since,
literally, champ.
like Isak ever since.
Yeah, you are taller than him. How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Oh, yeah, you got him by 4 inches.
Yeah, no, but with him, it's like, the way he fights. Ever since he fought Gervonta, I was like, man, like, I like that style. I like that intensity that he got, and it comes from just the Mexican style of boxing. Like, he fights like a Mexican want to fight. You know what I mean? Like, he's expected to fight as he is, as a Mexican.
Well, Champ, once again, where can they get those tickets?
You guys could go to marvnation.com. The tickets are right there. Or go to my Instagram. I have a link to there at la_Bruquena. And you guys could just click the link and get the tickets there.
All right, man, we appreciate you coming in. We're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Catch us tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. from our other studio. And we're going to go ahead and take a picture with Ezekiel. And we'll be back mañana.
Catch us, Ring Walk Danny Ness, GTO, the Boxing Voice. We
Peace.
out.